Another few weeks working on the stables project at WentworthWoodhouse has seen some major changes. At ground level, we've continued the relaying of the cobbles that had to be taken up to allow the introduction of service pipework and drainage. In Mews Court and in the main stables courtyard, these are now ready for grouting. You can see in these archive images just how prominent the cobbles once were when the stables were in use. But decades of neglect have obscured most of them from view. It's good to see them in the sunlight once again. At roof level, we've completed the repairs and reslating across the buildings that will become the new cafe and the production kitchens. The project was extended in the summer of this year to include the roofs of buildings around Mews Court, and these too are almost finished. When we worked on the regeneration project at the Camellia House, we were keen to make the site as accessible as possible for all our visitors. This included the creation of our first changing places toilet. People with profound and multiple learning disabilities, or with physical disabilities such as spinal injuries, muscular dystrophy and multiple sclerosis, often need extra equipment and space to allow them to use the toilets safely and comfortably. Changing places toilets provide these facilities. We've done the same at the stables, but this time, rather than creating a new structure, we've repurposed one of the Mews Court buildings for use as our second changing places toilet. The building had previously been adapted as a toilet block when the stables was being used for educational purposes, but we've raised the level of the roof of the original building so that it matches in with the roof line of the link building which joins Mews Court to the main stables complex. This has produced a very pleasing result aesthetically. The roof work at the stables has proved very interesting for our lead carpenter Joe and his team.
Hi, I'm Joe Woodmass. I'm the joinery contractor on this project. I've been a joiner my whole life since leaving school in '77, where I served a 5-year apprenticeship. Within that time, I worked on Durham Cathedral, on various other historic projects in and around Durham. I moved down to this area with a company from the northeast in about 1998 and found I liked the place that much, and I stayed here ever since. And I currently live in Wickersley. My business is in Dinnington. It's only a couple of miles away, so it's great for us to be 15 minutes down the road. I was introduced in the project 2 years ago approximately, and that was to start in the Camellia House, which is wonderful to work on. That was all new roof repairs on there, all the work involved heritage doors, which were then taken back to my workshop, which is in Dinnington, refurbed them, brought them back and refitted them. We made the new doors there, we made the new skirtings there, did all the panelling within the tea room. That was all made in the workshop to a size, then brought and sanded and specific linings put in place there. We've carried that on down here, where a lot of the work undertaken here is in the workshop. Now especially we're getting to the finishing process, introducing the doors after Christmas with all the skirtings and architraves, all the bespoke linings. They will also be made in my workshop, brought to site. One of the most challenging parts of the work has been the wall lines and the actual structure of the building, where it's gone over a period of time, especially Dosler's Court, where the levels were a matter of 600 to 700 mil out in places over the length of the roof. To get those lines to the new falls required to allow the water to leave the building in itself with stepped weirs within the lead, that was very challenging to meet that line, especially over that length. I mean, what is the length of the roof? It's got to be a good 20, 25 metres long, over a 600 mil difference, and your falls the wrong way to where the water wants to go. But we got there, you know, it wasn't easy.
It's not all been challenging though. The roof structure on the changing places toilet holds a very special place in Joe's heart.
I think the most rewarding part on this project for me has been bringing new life and bringing the building back to life, but also replicating what the joiners and the builders did when they originally built the place, like how we've done the king post trusses. It's exactly how they did it, was to make a template, get your dimensions, set it out, cut every length required, mortise and tenon, dry fit on the floor, and then lift it one piece at a time up there and put it all together. And it worked a treat, just like it did for them lads. And then furthermore, moving throughout the whole scheme, you look at some of the joints they've done with the dragon tire members in the corner, the half laps over the wall plates. I simply took note of what them lads did and just copied them. And I think to do that again all these years later, it's rewarding, it's good.
Inside the work area, we're making great progress with the partitioning of rooms. The stud work and plasterboarding are almost completed, and next month we should see the plastering of these areas completed. A familiar face was on site at the stables recently in the form of Cian Turpin from local firm Excel Bespoke Plaster. In addition to the lime plasterwork Cian is seen doing here, he's done work at the Camellia House and for the restoration of the Earl's bedroom inside the house. We've also been completing repairs to the wall which is now inside the upper floor of the production kitchen extension. Originally an exterior wall facing into the riding school courtyard, this wonderful architectural feature is now being incorporated as a decorative element to the internal space. In our last update video, we gave you a hint about some of our latest plans. We're delighted to be able to share with you that the Board of Trustees have approved plans for what will become our most ambitious regeneration programme to date at Wentworth Woodhouse. In our Wentworth Woodhouse Off Limits video series, which you can see using the links below, we talked about how limited usable space is causing problems for us as we grow the business. That may seem a ridiculous thing to say about a site as large as Wentworth Woodhouse, but the truth is that much of the house and almost all of the stables is in such a derelict state that we can't use it for anything, not even storage. This significantly limits our ability to use the site to generate revenues. After a difficult trading year in 2023-24, the decision has been taken to press ahead to try and secure funding for the regeneration of a large part of the stable site. The proposals include completion of the cafe and production kitchens to fit them out and make them functional spaces. The riding school would be reimagined as our main event space with a capacity of around 600 guests. The old carriage houses will be used to create a private dining area and indoor breakout spaces. And the riding school courtyard will be landscaped for use as an outdoor event space and outdoor breakout spaces for events. We will also seek to create areas for new business units and overnight accommodation, and to complete the new visitor approach from the car park and into the stables. This will include the creation of office and retail spaces as well as new visitor toilets. It's an absolutely massive project. Together, this programme of work represents both an enormous challenge and a huge opportunity for Wentworth Woodhouse. The scale of dereliction at the stables is immense. Completing this work will provide us with a significant revenue-generating complex of buildings, which would make a material difference to their financial sustainability of the site as a whole. It also provides an amazing opportunity to create new jobs in the hospitality and services sector. Of course, there's no guarantee that we will secure the multi-million-pound funding that's needed to complete or even begin this work. But we wanted to share our thinking with you and tell you about what we hope to be able to make progress with in 2025. Never let it be said that the team at Wentworth Woodhouse shy away from challenging tasks. Make sure that you subscribe to our channel so that you never miss a new video release. There's a reason why what we're doing has been called the greatest restoration challenge of a generation, and the best way that you can actually see the progress we're making as it happens is by watching the videos that our amazing volunteer digital team create.